we're installing this on this. GTA 5 on Windows Vista. And today, we don't have any old machine. We have a Dell Inspiron 537S. It's a slim tower variant from 2009. The specific model features a Core 2 Quad Q8200, released in Q3 of 2008, along with 4 cores and 4 threads. It's clocked at 2.33 GHz, and it's a pretty decent processor for the time. The additional core and thread counts are also a plus. It also has 4 GB of RAM and an ATI Radeon HD 4350 with 512 MB of VRAM. There's also a 640 GB hard drive with room for an additional drive, and 2 drives occupied with a DVD drive and a flash storage reader for different memory devices. We have Vista Home Premium installed, and it's a 64-bit copy. So now that we know the tech specs of this beast of a Dell, it's time to re-enter 2007 with this recording style format. But I got a dusty Dell keyboard, I got a Dell mouse, a non-Dell display, and they're being plugged into the monitor, into the Dell, for some very nice cable management, as you can see. But yeah, now it's time to install the game. So I did adjust the display resolution. It was at 1920 by 1080. However, the monitor does support 1920 by 1200, and it looks a bit more normal now. And Windows Vista on a cinema display doesn't look out of place. It's actually quite nice. And we even have our own little macOS dock ripoff, and this Dell does have a lot of pre-installed stuff since it is a pre-built. This is the original hard drive. I did do a factory restore, so that way this is pretty much just stock Vista. Here's the first problem, but that's not that big of an inconvenience. It just means we'll have to update and we'll try again. And there we have it, Source Pack 2. And you guys probably already saw the Steam icon, also Minecraft, but I do have GTA 5 on Steam, and it wouldn't really work because Rockstar now has their own type of proprietary launcher for their games, and it would detect that, wait, this is Windows Vista. I can't play this. We'll see how far we get with it, but having a physical release is our best bet because the Rockstar launcher would pretty much just refuse to play. I know we already talked about the GPU, but the drivers on this haven't been updated since 2009. So before we even try to install it again, I figured we might as well try an update to the newest drivers that the card supports, because the game was released to PCs in 2015, and having, at that point, 6-year-old drivers may have caused issues, and nowadays with 11-year-old drivers, who knows what could happen. So I will install new updated drivers. I'll be back once they're updated. Once the game installed, it wouldn't let me get past the screen. Social Club is online, and it must have seen that it was on Windows Vista. As my original plan was destroyed, I restored to checking Steam. Coincidentally, I had already installed it, and it even showed available updates for the game. I had completely forgotten about this since it was nearly a year ago, but I proceeded with updating the Steam version, and once I could try to open it, it immediately claimed that the OS was not supported. Fortunately, this wasn't the end. I resorted to doing more research, and I found a new method of patching DLL files that was released for Vista a couple of months already at the time of this video. I'll leave the videos that helped me out in the description, but without getting into the specifics, it would make programs think it was on a newer copy of Windows. But the support was pretty limited, and it wouldn't guarantee that it would work all the time. I also updated Windows Vista as much as I can, since the DLL files would just blue screen if it wasn't. As I unfortunately suspected, it still wouldn't work. The new updated Rockstar launcher connects with their servers, and it most likely automatically detected that it's trying to run on Windows Vista. While this may be the end of our journey for Vista, I was still determined to play GTA 5 on this machine. Now it's time for Windows 7. It's close enough to Vista, right? Nothing has changed apart from a different hard drive and a Windows 7 installation. I also had GTA already installed, and while it's not on Vista, at least we can see how well this hardware plays the game. The game runs, well, it runs, and that's pretty impressive in itself. However, to achieve these amazing frame rates, everything had to be reduced to the lowest possible settings, as well as playing the game in a 640 by 480 window. Was it worth it? Probably. In the end, at least the Windows Vista installation was fully updated. It's not the ending we wanted, but I did have a feeling it wouldn't work. We did try though, and who knows, those developers who are trying to update Vista could potentially add more support for the future. That's pretty much it for this video. It took me a long time and a lot of motivation to make it, but if you guys liked it, consider subscribing. It really does help the channel, and it gives me more motivation to continue projects like these. Thanks for watching.